Hey everybody, it's Jimmy V here, and today I'm going to share with you how the VA home loan really works from start to finish. But before we do, we've got some things to take care of. Would you consider showing your love by clicking like on this video? Also, consider subscribing to the channel so that way you and I can educate more veterans together across this great nation. And lastly, do me a favor, comment down below with your questions, and I personally, yes, Jimmy Vercellino, will make sure that they get answered for you. Good to go? The time has come. You're wanting to learn more about your VA home loan benefit, how it works, and really, where do you start? How do you get started? What do you do? Well, the first thing that I want you to know is there's a couple of forms that every single veteran will need on a VA home loan. The first form is a copy of I'm gonna write this down here, a COE, a Certificate of Eligibility. This form is kind of commonly misunderstood. We as veterans get this form and we think, well, I've got this form and I can go out and purchase a house. It's like, no. You still have to get pre-qualified for a VA home loan by a mortgage originator, somebody like myself, who can properly pre-qualify you to go out and purchase a home. Because the reality is that you might be eligible for a VA home loan, but not be pre-qualified. Or you could be pre-qualified for a VA loan, but not be eligible. So we, as the mortgage lender, have to check both boxes. But this COE, the Certificate of Eligibility, there's a couple of different ways that you can get it. Number one, you can get it on your e-benefits portal. Have a copy and send it to your lender. You're gonna make their life a lot easier, or you can roger up with me, somebody like myself, and we can actually obtain a copy directly from the VA on your behalf as well. So that's the first thing, Certificate of Eligibility. The other thing that I want us as veterans to have is a DD-214, our discharge paperwork. We as the mortgage lender are going to ensure that on box 24 of your DD-214 that you have been honorably discharged. Now there's some also exceptions to this. If you're a medically discharged active duty service member, you too would be eligible for a VA home loan. We can talk a little bit more about the eligibility. I've got videos on that you're welcome to check out as well. But these two forms, I like to say, they're kind of like peanut butter and jelly. Don't those two things just go together beautifully, right? Peanut butter jelly! Peanut butter and jelly, Certificate of Eligibility, DD-214. If you don't have a copy, by the way, of your DD-214, you can get a copy of this from archives.gov. So have that in advance. So these are the two most important forms that you, as a veteran, should have up front on a VA loan. So it's like, okay, I've got these two forms, Jimmy, what do I do next? Pick up the phone and you're gonna call a mortgage loan originator, somebody like Jimmy, that can actually assist you with getting an application started. And that's really the third thing that I should say here, is to get an application started, all right? I'm just gonna abbreviate and say app. And what is the app? That's kind of like what I refer to as the x-rays of your loan. By submitting an application, the mortgage lender is going to be able to look at your loan from top to bottom. They're going to look at your credit, right? They're going to look at your income, and they should be able to determine whether or not you would be pre-qualified for a VA home loan by way of income and credit score. So now you've submitted this application with a mortgage loan originator who specializes, let me put a heavy emphasis on that, okay? Who specializes in VA loans, because newsflash, not all mortgage lenders are created equal, and you don't want to work with a mortgage loan originator who dabbles in VA loans. You want to work with somebody who has a deep understanding, who is efficient and proficient in their craft, that really understands the ins and outs of the VA loans. I personally can assist veterans all across this great nation with all of their VA home loan financing needs through my partnership with First Western Trust. Here's what's going to happen next, veterans, okay? The lender is going to request the documentation needed for approval. We're gonna call this a needs list, okay? My writing is terrible, Taylor, but I still think that it conveys here, right? Needs list. This is all of the documentation that we need in order to certify your pre-qualification form. So this is going to be like 2 years of W-2s, 2 years of tax returns, most recent 2 months of bank statements, all pages, even the page that says this page is intentionally left blank. I know, it's silly, but yes, we need that too. Your DD-214, your Certificate of Eligibility, a copy of your ID, your VA Service-Connected Disability Award letter. Basically, everything like your blood type and your firstborn child. It feels like that. It's a lot of information up front. But hear me out, veterans. Take this stuff seriously, because when you provide all of this to your lender, they're going to use this to pre-qualify you and approve you for your mortgage loan. And if you're sending them things, one piece at a time, and you're not sending them all of the appropriate documentation up front, that could impact your loan later on. So make sure that you're taking this stuff seriously, that you're getting it to them in advance, so that way they can do a preliminary underwrite of your file. And as I mentioned earlier, certify your pre-qualification, so that way you can go out there and start shopping for your new home based off of a purchase price and monthly payment that you, as the veteran, are comfortable with. The way I kind of describe it is it's almost like you remember when we were in the military and we were being kind of custom fit in the Marine Corps, our dress blues, where they fit so well, we just felt real good when we wear them, right? Well, that's the same thing really about a mortgage. Like, we want to custom fit this mortgage to your individual needs by way of monthly payment, by way of cash to close, right? So that way you're confident and comfortable about the decision that you're making in advance when you're getting ready to go out there and purchase your home. You with me so far? The lender has now received all of the documentation, right? They've gathered it all, they've pre-qualified you up to a particular purchase price. Now they're going to issue you your pre-qual. Now you're cleared hot, right? Go out there and find yourself a home. This is where you begin shopping for homes with your real estate professional with a copy of this certified pre-qual or pre-approval letter in hand. And really what this document is showing or sharing is that when you write an offer on this property, what's going to happen is the seller of that property, they're going to see that you've been pre-qualified by Jimmy Vercellino. That was a Freudian slip, I suppose, but by Jimmy Vercellino or mortgage lender X, Y, or Z. They're gonna see that you've been pre-qualified and that you've taken the time to submit all of the appropriate documentation up front, and that you are a legitimate buyer. Way they will then consider your offer once it's submitted, and most importantly, get it accepted, right? That's what we want. So the time comes, you find that home with your real estate professional, you submit that offer with a copy of the certified pre-qualification letter. Now it's like, okay, great, it's accepted, party time, right? Here's what's going to happen next afterwards. You are going to go into what we refer to as, or I should say, under contract or escrow. And so escrow is basically a third-party institution that almost like facilitates the entire transaction. You're gonna take your money, you're gonna give them an earnest money deposit, and that's basically like a good faith deposit on the home that's fully refundable to you, by the way, I should say, in the event that you were to withdraw from the transaction for whatever reason within the inspection day period. You can talk more about this with your real estate professional. There's a lot that's going on, but I guarantee you that if you take this stuff seriously, once you get under contract and you do exactly what your mortgage loan originator, who specializes in VA loans, instructs you to do as far as best practices, you as the veteran have done all of your work up front. So now you're kind of on cruise control at that point. Once we've got you under contract, your inspection has been ordered, you're gonna call me and you're gonna say, Jimmy, we'd like to move forward with this property because the home has passed inspection. It's structurally safe, it's structurally sound, and it's secure, good to go. And so now we're going to order your appraisal. And then that's when the VA appraiser is going to go out there. They're going to inspect the property. They're gonna look at the comps in the neighborhood, what the home has sold for, what it is valued at, and they're gonna give you that appraisal back within 7 to 10 days. And during this time, when we're waiting for the appraisal, we as the mortgage lender are going to submit your loan to underwriting as well. And so once everything comes back from underwriting, once everything comes back for your appraisal, it's very likely, or it could happen, that the lender may ask for additional documentation on your mortgage loan. Give me an updated pay stub or an updated bank statement or X, Y, or Z. It could be anything. So you're gonna give that information back to them. That's incredibly important because a conditional loan approval means that your loan is approved. Congratulations, Mrs. Veteran, but actually it's conditional, meaning I still need you to provide me with X, Y, or Z. You with me? So you're gonna send back X, Y, or Z. The lender's gonna take that and they're gonna submit your loan for the clear to close. That's what we really want, is the clear to close. All of the conditions are met and you, as the veteran, are home. On the home stretch, I should say, pun intended. You with me? The process from start to finish, once you go under contract, veterans, is about 30 days. Other lenders may take longer. You may be able to get a loan done somewhere else sooner. So it's really important that you, as the veteran, are ensuring that the timing of this comes together for you. Why? Because, well, you don't want to be paying two mortgages at the same time, number one, and number two, you want to make sure that the lender can actually close in the amount of time that you've given them. There's some other things that go into the VA home loan process from start to finish, but I feel like, you guys with me on this? I feel like we've got a good kind of general benchmark here. The process takes, again, roughly 30 days. These are the documents that are needed. We've talked a little bit about getting your pre-qualification, making sure that you've given all of that to the mortgage lender in advance, so that way you can have a smooth, seamless mortgage experience, which is what I want for you. Good to go? So one more time, my name is Jimmy Vercellino. Remember, if at any time you have questions, drop the comment down below, and I personally will reach out and get it answered for you. Thank you for your time today, Taylor. This is a little bit of a long video, but nevertheless, I still think it's good information that you as veterans need to know about. For more information, you can visit my website, VALoansForVets.com, or email me, Jimmy@VALoansForVets.com. Thank you.